So I'm scrolling on Twitter the other day, or X, whatever you want to call it, and I see this post discussing that gray area of life when you're unemployed and you're trying to hold out to find the work that you really want, but you got a lot of people in your ear that are just telling you just take this job or whatever job. And it's like, you don't really want to waste your time. You don't feel like that's aligned with what you're going for. You're trying to hold out. To me, that's stupid. That entire time that you're really trying to hold out and trust your gut, especially if you don't have any money, you're stressing yourself out more because you're just wondering, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? When is it going to come? I'm sitting here thinking about that, and then I realize I did that same exact thing. First, real job straight out of high school that I had was Shake Shack. I got fired from Shake Shack after a good 3.5 years. And then I was applying to mad different places, but I couldn't get a job. It was crazy as hell to me. I was bewildered by this shit. But I started trying to make money with my camera. I had my Canon 70D. I shot a couple videos for free for a couple friends. I got a couple of jobs here and there that I was getting paid. I did a couple graduation photo shoots. I did a birthday party filming it. And then that's when I really started getting more into video. I was a broke artist. Now that I really think back to it, I was a broke artist. Thankfully, my mom's wasn't giving me a hard time. She knew, he's not a lazy guy or nothing like that. We can talk about that another time, bro. My parents didn't give me a hard time about it. They really rocked with me. I was definitely applying the shit, whatever. I made whatever little money I could with this. It wasn't a lot. It was 2 years that went by, and I was struggling bad. The next job that I got, I said, you know what? It's a lesson I didn't learn yet or something. Let me retrace my steps. Garden catering. It was just a restaurant. It wasn't a catering job. But I go there, and I remember in my interview, I said to the hiring manager, this is just a social experiment for me. I don't know what the fuck prompted me to say that. I was thinking faster than I needed to be thinking in a conversation like that. I just spewed that shit out. I was like, oh shit, why the fuck did I say that? They're not gonna hire me. What I said was I haven't worked in a while. I haven't really worked with the public or anything like that in a while. So it was kind of like a social experiment. But I was saying it from a perspective of I've kind of been a recluse for some years now, 2 years now. I kind of been a recluse. I haven't been the most social with people. So it's I was a little anxious. I had social anxiety at this point. So it was all right, it'd be like a social experiment of me kind of just getting back into the world. But the bigger point was I was making money working for myself with this camera in the meantime, but it wasn't something that was really sustainable for me at the time. So I needed a way to support myself to make money. I worked at garden catering for another 3 years. I did exactly what I'm saying people should do. You trying to do this, so while you're still building this, like every entrepreneur, while you're trying to build this, just find a way to make some money and use that money to fund this. It hurts sometimes, don't get me wrong, but that's what you got to do. That's the true entrepreneur. You making some money, you take that money and you fund your business. Now, while I was working at garden catering, I didn't do a lot of jobs. I actually stopped focusing on this for a while and just got into the flow of just working. And yeah, sure, a lot of people say, and that's exactly why I want to stick to my guns and just trust my gut and follow what I'm trying to do. Wise words from my father, them bills don't stop. Them bills do not care about what you trying to do. At some point with garden catering, once I felt like I grew enough as a person, I rediscovered myself. You know what I'm saying? Something that I realized is I wanted to work with brands. I've always wanted to work with brands. Let me take this picture real quick. I had a couple big opportunities that didn't work out for me. It had me hit another stage of am I really supposed to be doing this? Am I just wasting my time? I know that I'm not putting enough in, but it's not that I'm not putting enough effort into what I'm doing. I'm not putting enough effort into the right things. What that is really just solidifying not the offer, but who are you talking to? If I'm going to work with a brand, I can't really think about talking to the couple who wants a quick portrait session. I can't think like that. I have to have a different headspace. You know what I'm saying? It's about who are you actually talking to, and that was something that damn it, I'm trying to. But that was the major problem for me. Like I didn't know who I was talking to, and I didn't realize how I needed to talk. I didn't know how I needed to talk to them. But the point that I'm coming to here is, as an entrepreneur, it's ups and downs. You have to be willing to take a loss in order to get to your wins. I can say that, I said I'm having a few moments now where it's like I'm actually a bit frustrated because of the opportunities that I didn't get. It's making me wonder, am I supposed to be doing this? Should I just give up and go back to doing something regular? Because clearly this shit ain't working. That's the wrong thought process to have. Feel discouraged if you feel like you have to do something different that doesn't really align with what you're trying to do. Wrong with that. It's just a job. It's just some money. You're just doing it for the money. So go there, show up and do whatever it is you got to do so you can get your bread, come home, pay the bills, and then invest the rest of the money into the dream that you're trying to build for yourself. Do not quit your daydream. But you also have to understand reality. You're still trying to build something. It takes time. I didn't have the name for Elm City Studios until 2021. I picked up a camera way back in like 2013. So that's what, 8 years? Not on paper, no real name. I figured out my name. Now I've just been getting the direction right. But all right, man, I gotta get back to work, man. You can do it too, man. If you enjoyed this video, I know I did a lot of babbling, but like, share, subscribe. Keep going in Godspeed, man. I got some stuff I got to do.